Let's look at this question. A says complete the table of values for y is equal to x squared minus 4x minus 2. So you should know what to do. We want to substitute values into here, working out what y is, and then we need to fill out these three cells. That's exactly what they want us to work out. If you want to test your technique in an exam, you could actually plug in one of the values that is already there. So for example, that 5, and show that it is 3, but we're going to just go through this. We're going to start off with x is 3. So when x is 3, I'm going to have y is equal to 3 squared minus 4 times 3 minus 2. Just working this out, 3 squared is 9. 4 times 3 is 12, so minus 12, and then minus 2. You do the addings and the calculation for that. Remember, this is a calculator paper, so you could work this out. You could plug that into your calculator, use the replay button to change the number in brackets each time. Remember, as I taught you, use brackets, use a lot of brackets. So the number I put in here is minus 5. When x is 2, again, go to your calculator and type that in, 2 squared, put it in brackets, minus 4 brackets 2, minus 2. Okay, and you'll get your values. Your calculator will work it out. You don't need to show all of this working if you're using a calculator. You'll just get the minus 6 there. Okay, and now finally I want to put in minus 1, and this is where, right, putting in brackets does make a big difference. If you don't put in brackets, you will get the wrong answer. Okay, so get into the habit of always using brackets. So I'm going to do minus 1 in brackets squared minus 4 brackets minus 1 minus 2. Okay, and let me just show you how this works out. Minus 1 squared is going to be positive 1. Minus 4 times minus 1 is positive 4, and then you still have that minus 2. But your calculator will do all of this if you put it in with brackets, and you'll get your answer straight away. And as you can see from this, 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 take away 2 is 3. So my answer there is 3. You're going to pick up 2 easy marks for this, and you should be able to get that no problem at all. Once you finish it, just look at the numbers and check that there's a certain degree of symmetry in the numbers. There's not always, but we could see that there is a sort of balance and symmetry in this. Now let's go on to part B. In part B, we have to use the table. It says on the grid, draw the graph of y is equal to x squared minus 4x minus 2. And we've just done the table for that. So I'm going to plot all of those points. I'm going to start off with the positive side, 5, 3. So 5 along, and 3. 3 isn't written there, but I need to actually look at it in the scale, right? So every 5 tiny squares is 1 unit, right? So is 1. And then another 5 squares takes me to 2, and another 5 takes me to 3. So 3 is going to be there, 5, 3. 4 minus 2, 4, and then minus 2, go under there, 2. 3 takes me to minus 5. Now be careful with this and be precise with your working. 2 takes me all the way down to minus 6. 1 goes down to minus 5. 0 goes to minus 2. And minus 1 takes me up to minus 3. And look at it before you draw your curve in. There is a certain degree of symmetry here. Don't just leave it like this. You're going to lose marks if you don't do anything here. You need to draw a smooth curve going through this. So here's the curve. And you draw your smooth curve going through it all. And you've picked up 2 easy marks there. Make sure you draw the curve. Don't join them up with straight lines. Do not do that. You will lose marks there as well. The next part of the question says, use your graph to estimate the values of x when y is equal to minus 3. Now y is equal to minus 3. Look at the y-axis. On the y-axis, where is minus 3? Minus 3 is over here. And y is equal to minus 3 along that line, all the way along it. So I'm going to draw that line. Get your ruler out and draw a horizontal line going through minus 3, and that line is called y is equal to minus 3. To work out the values of where it's minus 3 are the 2 points where this line and the curve meet. So I need to read off the x values for those 2 points. And just be pretty precise with that, or as precise as you can be. That value there is going to be 0.2, and that value on the other side is going to be 3.7. 3.7, 3.8, 3.8. Okay, take your time as you're reading it through, right? Make sure you're as precise as possible. The examiners sometimes give you a bit of leeway, but in a case like this, they will be quite narrow with their range. So try to be as precise as you possibly can. And those are my 2 answers, 0.2 and 3.8. Okay, it is absolutely imperative that you are able to do this. This question carries a fair few marks, right? And you should be able to get the majority of marks, if not all the marks in this.